Hello everyone, good morning. So today I want to share you the story of entitled The Miller's Tale. So who is the author of this story? So the author is Geoffrey Chaucer. So who is Geoffrey Chaucer? So he was an English poet and author. He was widely considered as the greatest English poet of the Middle Ages, and he has been called the father of English literature. So who are the characters of this story and their characterization? So first John, second is Alison, third is Nicholas, and last is Absalom. So John is a rich carpenter and old man. He is the husband of Alison, who loves his more than his own life. Second is Alison. Alison is the happy and young wife of John, who has an affair with Nicholas. Third, it's Nicholas. Nicholas is the secret lover of Alison, a student at Oxford, John's back. And last is Absalom. So Absalom is a merry Paris cleric who spends his time trying to win the heart of Alison. And the plot of the story: a rich carpenter who lives in Oxford named John is married to a young, pretty woman named Alison. They have a lodger in their house, who is cleric or student of the University of Oxford, named Nicholas. The carpenter had recently wedded a wife, only 18 years old, who he protected fiercely, because, as she was young and he old, he knew he might well be cuckolded. One day, while the carpenter was at Osney, Nicholas fell to playing and teasing with his young wife, Alison, and caught her by the quinsy, telling her that he died for love of her and holding her hard by the hip bones. She sprang away from him, refusing to kiss him, but he followed her, crying mercy and speaking fairly, and eventually she agreed to sleep with him. However, Alison worried as her husband was so jealous and protective. It would be difficult to find an opportunity. Nicholas resolved to beguile his master, and the two agreed to wait for an opportunity. Nicholas is not alone in desiring Alison. A merry, vain Paris cleric named Absalom also fancies Alison. He serenades her every night, buys her gifts, and gives her money, but to no avail Alison, because Alison loved Nicholas. Nicholas devises a plan that will allow him and Alison to spend an entire night together. Yes, Alison tells John that Nicholas is ill. John sends a servant to check on his boarder, who arrives to find Nicholas immobile, staring at the ceiling. When the servant reports back to John, John is not surprised, saying that the madness is what one gets for inquiring into goddesses' free bait, which is what he believes Nicholas' astronomy studies amount to. Nevertheless, he feels sorry for the student and goes to check on him. Nicholas tells John he has a vision from God and offers to tell John about it. He explains that he has foreseen a terrible event. The next Monday, waters twice as great as Noah's flood will cover the land, exterminating all life. The carpenter believes him and fears for his wife, just what Nicholas had hoped would occur. Nicholas instructs John to fasten three tubes, each loaded with provisions and axe, to the roof of the barn. On Monday night, they will sleep in the tubes, so that when the flood comes, they can release the tubes, hack to the roof, and float until the water subsides. Nicholas also warns John Nicholas also warns John that if it's God's commandment that they may be do nothing but pray once they are in the tubes, no one is to speak, no one is to speak a word. Monday night arrives. Nicholas, John, and Allison ascend by ladder into the hanging tube. As soon as the carpenter begins to snore, Nicholas and Allison climb down, run back to the house, and sleep together in the carpenter's bed. In the early dawn, Absalom passes by, hoping to stop in for a kiss, or perhaps more from Allison. Absalom sidles up to the window and calls to her. She harshly replies that she loves another. Absalom persists, and Allison offers him one quick kiss in the dark. Absalom leaps forward eagerly, offering a lingering kiss. But it's not her lips he finds at the window, but her naked ears. She and Nicholas collapse with laughter, while Absalom blindly tries to wipe his mouth, determined to average Allison's prank. Absalom hurries back into town to the blacksmith and obtains a red-hot iron poker. He returns with it to the window and knocks again, asking for a kiss and promising. This time Nicholas, having gotten up to relieve herself anyway, sticks his rear out the window and farts thunderously in Absalom's face. Absalom brands Nicholas' buttock with the poker. Nicholas leads up and cries out, "Help! Water! Water!" John, still hanging from the roof, wakes up and assumes Nicholas' cries mean that the flood has come. He grabs the axe, cuts free the tube, and comes crashing to the ground, breaking his arm. The noise and commotion attract many of the townspeople. The carpenter tells the story of the predicted flood, but Nicholas and Allison pretend ignorance, telling everyone that the carpenter is mad. The townspeople laugh that all have received their dues, and the miller merrily asks that God save the company. See things. First, Oxford. The story takes place in John's household at Oxford, England around 1380 medieval times. Roof. Monday arrived Nicholas, Alison and John are climbed up to the roof so that no one can see them, sit in them and wait the flood arrives. Next. Window. Absalom comes to the window and begs Alison to give him a kiss. Alison has stuck her naked butt out of the window instead of head. What are the themes of the story? First, the Miller's Tale highlights Christian theme, which allows us to reflect our everyday doings in accordance to the portrayed rule for its character. Second is deceitfulness, because Nicholas lies to John about the flood he has predicted. Nicholas and Allison grew behind John's back and have an affair. And last is adultery. Alison loves Nicholas, despite being married to John, and the two come up with an elaborate plan to have sex with him. What are the symbols? So first, Alison and Nicholas symbolizes Adam and Eve, because which also represents ourselves, since we already know what is right and wrong, but sometimes we're misguided to do the wrong ones. Next is Absalom represents the devil. It's because wherein he losing a red hot poker. And the last is John represents our dear Lord because he loved us. He loved us with all his heart. However, we still choose to hurt him with our wrongdoings and even tried to escape his love and mercy. So, what are the lessons learned of the story? So, I've learned that lust might occur every time, but we will always learn how to control it, and we should always see its consequences ahead of time. Betrayal and revenge are two negative attitudes that might destroy relationships among one another. And based on the story in the Miller's Tale, that Alison and Nicholas are betrayed John and they lied to John so that they can have time or free time together. And we should know when to trust other people. And that could be all. So thank you for listening and watching. Thank you.